I would say over the past few months or so, I have really gotten into woody fragrances, which is not really that typical of me. So today's video, I want to share with you all some woody fragrances in my collection that I think you should get your nose on. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Aisha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things that interest you, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, we are going to be talking about woody fragrances. All of these fragrances that I'm going to be talking about today, the main focus is pretty much the woods, or maybe the woods with one other note. So I will point those out to you as we go along. I know when we think about woody fragrances, sometimes we may think that they are more masculine or unisex and not necessarily the most feminine profile. Now, if you have been watching my videos for a while, then you may know that most of my fragrances are unisex. I dibble and dabble in some fragrances that lean masculine, but generally I like to smell womanly, not necessarily girlish, but I like to smell womanly. Now, of course, when you talk about if a fragrance smells feminine or masculine or unisex, that is always subjective. But the fragrances that I chose, I think that women can wear, and you shouldn't be afraid to get your nose on them because you just may find that they really work for you. So let's go ahead and get into the fragrances. So we're gonna start out with kind of the honorable mention in this video, and we're starting out with it because it's my fragrance of the day. So the fragrance I'm talking about is Tom Ford Boy Moroccan. Now this fragrance I just got literally 2 days ago, I think. So this is my first time actually wearing this fragrance. That's why it's an honorable mention, but it definitely is a woody fragrance. I already had this video planned before I picked this up, so I don't really know much about this fragrance to tell you all about it, but so far it seems like it is a fresh woody scent. So to me, the woods kind of smell like fresh cut woods. It smells like cedar to me. I'm not really sure what the notes are in this fragrance. Y'all know I try to go off smell, but to me it smells like cedar, like those cedar cubes you put in your closet, or I know some people use cedar hangers, but I feel like cedar is a pretty well-known wood. To me, it smells like that mixed with some green notes and maybe a little bit of smokiness to it. Now, what I will say is this is probably a little bit more so on the masculine side of unisex. I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. I bought it. I tried it on myself. My husband was with me. I asked him if he thought it smelled too masculine on me. He said no. I said no, it didn't smell too masculine, so here I am with the bottle. But so far, so good. I am really enjoying this. It's not too heavy or too thick, and it's not overpowering at all. It's just very kind of fresh cut, woody, clean smelling. So again, that is Boy Moroccan by Tom Ford. Now, I wasn't planning on putting this video in any particular order, but since I started with that one Tom Ford fragrance, I might as well get the rest of them out of the way because I actually have a total of 4 Tom Ford fragrances in this video. I didn't plan it like that. I guess I just have a lot of woody scents from the brand. So next up, we're going to go with probably the most feminine one out of the bunch. I think it's the easiest woody scent from the brand, and this is a Santal Blush. Now, my bottle is old, so it's clear. It has gone through so many different bottles, and I have no idea why. I do not know if the newest formulation smells the same, and I believe the newest formulation looks like this bottle. I think I'm pretty sure it looks like this bottle, but I don't know if the newest formulation is the same or any of the formulations, so I can't speak on that, y'all. I can speak on the one that I have, and I absolutely love this scent. So this one focuses on the note of sandalwood, and to me, the sandalwood in this scent is very creamy. There's also a bit of sweetness to this scent, like there is some sort of floral in the background. Sandalwood to me is still probably the overriding note, but it smells like there's some sort of floral sweetness to this. There's also a little bit of spice in this scent, and it also smells like there could be a little bit of musk in the base of this scent. Now, I'm not sure of that. I'm just describing to you all what I smell. I love this scent. It is so, it's so good. It is creamy and woody and just beautiful. It has that perfect amount of sweetness to it that I think makes it lean a bit more feminine. There's just something very unique about this scent. Now, I feel like this is one I can wear year round. I have heard some people say that they can only wear this when it's cold outside, but I've worn this in the hot as long as I'm in air conditioning, and it worked out really, really well. I love this. There's a little bit of an airy nature to this scent, but it's not a light scent. And I know that probably sounds weird, but I have talked about this fragrance on my channel before, and I know a lot of you all feel similarly to me, and then others feel completely different. So this is one you definitely should get your nose on. Whatever formulation is out, I'm sure it doesn't smell that different if the formula has changed. So get your nose on it, see what you think about it. But I honestly love this one. It's so sophisticated and classy, but also sexy and very different. So again, that is Santal Blush from Tom Ford. The next fragrance is a Bean Fume from Tom Ford as well. And I like to think of this as the big brother of Santal Blush. So when I say that, I think this is a more masculine take on Santal Blush. Now, I know sandalwood is not the main woody note in this. It's actually ebony wood. But when I smell this one and I smell Santal Blush, I definitely can smell some similarity. They're not the same, y'all. They are not the same, but I feel like they smell like they're in the same family. So this fragrance is, of course, woody, but it also has a Palo Santo note, which gives it a little bit of a burning smell. I don't even want to say that it smells smoky, because to me, it doesn't smell smoky. It smells like burning wood. And I know a lot of y'all women are out there cringing, like, why would you want to smell like burning wood? But it smells so freaking good. Now, although this fragrance has that burning nature to it, I feel like it gives me a very clean vibes. Like, I could imagine a man wearing this, if he had a job, like a corporate job, wearing this with a suit every day to work. Like, this could be an everyday scent for a man. Not for myself, because I feel like for this type of scent, it has to be cold, and I can't overspray this one. This is one that I feel like if I overspray, it could smell a little bit more masculine than what I want. But what I will say, before we get to the rest of these fragrances, when you are thinking about if a fragrance is gonna smell too masculine for you, just know fragrances smell different on men and women. So if you spray this fragrance on yourself as a woman and you spray this on a man, you're probably gonna have different experiences of this fragrance. So don't let anybody who's saying something smells feminine or masculine sway you from wanting to try a fragrance if you want to try a fragrance. I do think that using those terms helps people trying to decide on the internet, but honestly, you can wear whatever you want. So even though a lot of women may view this as too masculine, if this sounds like something you would like based on the notes, go try it on your skin and see if you think it's masculine. Okay, my TED Talk is over. I love this fragrance. It's just very classy, woody, warm. Love it. So again, that is a Bean Fume from Tom Ford. This last one from Tom Ford is Ood Wood. Now this one was sent to me and I absolutely love it. To me, this gives me clean girl or clean man vibes. The wood in here is just very fresh smelling. I know the name of the fragrance has oud in it, but the smell that I associate with oud is not really what I smell in this fragrance. So to me, it just smells like a very smooth mix of different woods. There's a little bit of freshness to it, but also a slight bit of powderiness to it. It's not a powdery scent, but it smells like it's slightly powdery. And to me, that kind of makes it smell like a clean scent. Like, this is something that I would spray on when I just want to smell very clean and sophisticated, but still it could go sexy too. Like, I think this is very versatile. You could wear it day or night. I would love to smell this on a man. I've never smelled it on a man, but I know a lot of men wear this. And I also know a lot of women that wear this, and I absolutely love the way this smells. I'm actually traveling this weekend on a short trip, and I was thinking about taking this and having it be the only scent that I take with me for day and night, because I think it's just that versatile. Now, who knows if I actually end up doing that, but yeah, I love this one. So again, that is Ood Wood from Tom Ford. All right, so that was the last Tom Ford fragrance in this video. This is not a Tom Ford video. It just so worked out that I had 4 woody fragrances from the brand. So the next fragrance that I have is Vanessa Tall from the 7 Virtues. So this is a beautiful sandalwood scent. It's a quite like woody pencil shaving sandalwood. It's not that creamy type of sandalwood, but there's also this vanilla in this fragrance that I think sweetens it just slightly. It's not a sweet scent. It sweetens it just slightly and makes it more feminine. Whenever I think about this fragrance, I think of it as a more feminine version of Santal 33, which I know a ton of women love Santal 33, but for some reason, every time I've tried that fragrance, to me, it smells too strong for me. And to me, it smells too masculine for me on my skin. So this is my version that I'm very happy with. And it gives me those cool kid vibes that you get from Santal 33. But in my opinion, this is just a little bit smoother, a little bit softer, and a little bit more feminine. So again, that is Santal Vanille from the 7 Virtues. The next fragrance is from Maison Margiela Replica, and this is Whispers in the Library. So if you've never seen one of these bottles, on the label, they have like the provenance and period where this fragrance was inspired by, the fragrance description, and then the style description. So for this one, the fragrance description says paper and waxed wood. And I love that because that is the vibe you get when you smell this fragrance. And I think that Replica does a really good job of putting that fragrance description there, because these fragrances are meant to remind you of a moment in time. And I love that. I love the idea of it. I think it's very unique. And yeah, so when I smell this, of course, like paper and wax wood, that sounds cool and all. It does. It does remind me of paper and wax wood. But besides that, to me, this is a woody scent that is a little bit sweeter. So a little bit of a sweeter wood, definitely some spices there. And overall, this puts me in the mindset of curling up in like an old school library. You know, those libraries that you see on TV with all these old classic books and all this wood everywhere, wooden ladders and everything. This puts me there. This is a beautiful scent. I actually think it's quite calming, and I wear this to bed a lot. It's not a heavy scent. It's more so, to me, a calming, soothing scent, and it makes me feel good when I wear it. Now, I also feel like there could be a little tiny touch of lavender in this fragrance. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I feel like there's definitely some sort of aromatic note in this fragrance as well, but it's not at the forefront. It just keeps this fragrance a little bit brighter, in my opinion. Love this one. I don't hardly ever wear it out of the house, but you can see I've used up a ton of it, right? Because I wear it to bed quite often. I just think it makes me feel like warm and cozy. So again, that is Whispers in the Library from Replica. The next fragrance is another one from Maison Margiela Replica, and this is By the Fireplace. So this one is probably their most popular scent, and I love this one. This one reminds me of being by a campfire and burning marshmallows. I always say this is like the fragrance version of Marshmallow Fireside Candle from Bath & Body Works. If you know, you know. I love that candle. I haven't bought one in a long time, but I have some in the stash. I burn it every fall, winter, and I absolutely love it. And this is the fragrance version of that to me. So when I smell this, I get a smoky, woody scent. But there's also a good dose of sweetness to this. And when you first spray this, the woodiness is definitely more prominent. But I will say, as this fragrance wears, the woodiness kind of moves to the background and you're left with more of that sweet vanilla burning smell. It is gorgeous, y'all. It's really gorgeous. It's not for everybody. I know some people say it's too literal of a campfire smell, but I absolutely love this one. It feels just warm and cozy to me. Now, I don't wear this when it's hot. This one is strictly fall, winter for me. It has to be cold. Every now and again, I'll sneak it in if I'm gonna be in the house, just because I keep my house cold anyway. And if I really want to smell this, then I will wear it as long as I'm not going anywhere. But this is not one that I would ever wear when it's hot outside. At least not the type of hot that we have here, because I feel like it would be cloying and headache inducing because it is strong, it's woody, but it's also sweet. And I think for me, a lot of times that equals headache. So, but anyway, this one is so good. I feel like everybody smells this at this point. You either love it or you hate it, but I happen to be one of the lovers of this one. So again, that is By the Fireplace. This next fragrance is Initio Oud for Happiness. Now, of course, oud is in the name, so we know oud is in there, right? And you can definitely smell the oud in this fragrance, but it's a very smooth oud. If you've ever smelled Oud for Greatness from Initio, which is very popular, to me, the oud in this one smells similar. They're not the same fragrance, but to me, the oud smells similar in both of them. However, With this one, you also get some other type of woody notes. Now, I feel like it smells like cedar because it's that very fresh woodiness, but I also feel like there's a little bit of greenness in this fragrance. Definitely some sort of citrus, I'm assuming like bergamot. But in addition to all of those notes, you also get this ginger, and the ginger is doing it in this fragrance. It is quite prominent in my opinion, and it gives it this spicy zestiness that I absolutely love. So I think if you don't like ginger, you probably will not like this fragrance. And I know a lot of women won't wear this fragrance. And I have to tell you, the first time I sprayed this, I thought it smelled completely masculine. But when I sprayed it on my skin, within 5 minutes, I was in love. It had to actually go on my body for me to actually see the beauty of this fragrance. I love this. It's quite unique. Every time I wear this, I get compliments because it's such a big projector. It is a beast mode fragrance, lasts forever. And I have gotten compliments from only men on this fragrance. I've never gotten a compliment from a woman, but I've gotten compliments from men. So I guess they like the scent profile, and yeah, I don't know. I love it though. So again, that is Oud for Happiness from Initio. This next fragrance is the one that I probably should have started with because sometimes I can't smell this fragrance when I've been smelling a lot of strong things. But anyway, the fragrance I'm talking about is Another 13 from Labo. So this fragrance is one of those molecular fragrances that smells different on everybody, but on my skin, I get this sort of sweet, airy, woody scent. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can actually smell it. I'm surprised because there's been times that I smelled this in store after smelling a lot of other fragrances and I couldn't smell anything, but I knew that I liked the smell of it because I had smelled it previously. Like I smelled this a bunch of times before I actually purchased it. But I love this. I love it. It also feels like there's some musk in this fragrance because it kind of has this skin-like smell to it. So to me, this is probably the easiest scent to wear out of all these fragrances here. Although I still classify it as a woody scent, this one is just, I mean, how could you not like it? How could you not? That's what I think when I smell this. This is so inoffensive and so airy that I think a lot of people would love this if you can smell it. Like I said, not all people can smell this, but I am one of those people who can smell this and I love the way it smells. So again, that is Another 13 from Labo. The next fragrance that I have is Juliet Has a Gun Sunny Side Up. And I almost didn't include this one, but I wanted to include it because to me, this is a very nice blend of sandalwood and coconut. However, this is another one of those molecular type scents. So it smells different on everybody. It does have a slight chemical smell to it, but it just works for me. It is gorgeous. The sandalwood in this is just very creamy. And then you mix that with the coconut. And overall, I think of it as a creamy, unique fragrance. I love this one. I layer this one a lot, but I also wear it alone. And when I wear it alone, it's typically to bed. For some reason, I find it quite comforting and cozy. I really find this one hard to explain, but I absolutely love it. I've had it a while. I've talked to y'all about it in other videos of like underhyped fragrances, but it's so unique and it's so gorgeous on the skin. Love this one. So again, that is Juliet Has a Gun Sunny Side Up. This next fragrance is from Goldfield and Banks, and this is Silky Woods. Now, when I purchased this, I wasn't quite sure what to expect because I've always heard it was a vanilla fragrance. And yes, indeed, it is a vanilla fragrance, but to me, it is such a woody vanilla that I almost qualify it as more of a woody fragrance than a vanilla fragrance. So, like I said, woody vanilla, but it also smells a little bit leathery. I don't know if leather is a note. And to me, if it is, it's not a prominent leather, almost like a very smooth suede note, but it's actually really, really good. And it's long lasting, which again, I didn't know what to expect from this, but I absolutely love this. It's just like the perfect blend of woods, vanilla, and something a little bit leathery as well. I love it. I think this is perfectly unisex. I could definitely see a man wearing this as well as a woman. And when I first got this, we really didn't have any cold days, so I wore it out on a hot day just to see how it did because I really wanted to wear it. And I found that it wasn't too much. Like, I don't feel like this is super heavy. Although the notes sound quite heavy, it doesn't feel extremely heavy when I wear it, but it's definitely one that I am able to smell the entire time I'm wearing it, and it lasts a really long time. So I love this one. It's something very special about this. I've heard people compare this to Vanilla Woods from the 7 Virtues, but I don't really get that. Yeah, I mean, I get it a little bit, but not really. To me, this is much more of a woody fragrance than a vanilla fragrance. Hopefully that makes sense. It's really good though, and I had to include it in this video because honestly, when I thought about doing a woody fragrance video, this is one of the first ones that popped into my head to share. So again, that is Goldfield & Banks Silky Woods. The last fragrance that I have to share with you today is from Maison Crivelli, and this is Iris Malcon. So this is a fragrance that when I got it, I honestly didn't know what to think. I didn't know if I liked it, if I hated it, if it smelled too manly. But after wearing it a few times, it has definitely grown on me. So when I smell this, of course, iris is in the name. So obviously there's some sort of iris or orris in this fragrance. And I do smell that. So that gives it a slight powdery floral note, but it doesn't go that very feminine route that I'm used to when I smell iris, because the woods in this fragrance really just take over everything. I'm not sure what type of wood is in this fragrance, but it smells like it could be the same type of sandalwood that you would get in like Santal 33 or Santal Vanille. That very fresh cut sandalwood, pencil shaving sandalwood. Smells like that to me, mixed with a little bit of a powdery iris and a tad, very small dose of sweetness. Not a sweet fragrance by any means. I definitely think this one needs cold weather. The first time I wore this fragrance, it wasn't cold, and I just didn't know how I felt about it. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it smelled too strong, maybe smelled too masculine on me. But since we've been getting some cold days, I have pulled this fragrance back out, tried it again, and I've been loving it. Like the way it sits on my skin, the way it smells in the cold. And I'm not talking about like -2 degrees cold or anything like that. When I say cold, let's say like 50 degrees, okay? 50, 60 degrees is cold to me. The way it smells when it's cold to me is, it's something really special. I kind of put it in that clean woody category that I think about some woody scents, but then it also smells like it's kind of formal as well. So I feel like if I was going somewhere very nice and formal, this will be something I could wear, and I think it's perfectly unisex now that I've actually had a chance to wear it. This is one that if you decide to try, don't just go smell it. You have to spray this on your skin. You have to wear it. I would say at least like 2 times to see how it really wears, but it's so good. It's so unique, and I'm really happy to have it in my collection. So again, that is Iris Malcon from Maison Crivelli. So those were the woody fragrances in my collection that I wanted to share with you all. I hope you all found this video helpful. Let us know in the comments below if you've tried any of the fragrances that I mentioned. If you're a woman watching this, do you like woody scents at all? And I will challenge you, women who are watching this who think you don't like woody scents, try one, okay? Try one. But before we close out, real quick, I would say I'm gonna point out a couple that I feel like you should try if you think you don't like woody scents, but you have to try them on your skin, okay? Don't just go smell them. So I'm gonna point out 3 that I think you should try. So first one is Ood Wood, because I feel like it's just such a classic, loved by many, and that's for a reason. Second one would be Santal Blush from Tom Ford, because I do feel like this is a more feminine woody scent that a lot of women will be able to get down with and immediately love. And the third one would be Santal Vanille, because I think this is a good kind of entry-level woody scent. But of course, all of the ones that I talked about in this video, I actually really enjoy and I actually really wear. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know your favorite woody scent down below. Also, if you're a man and you wear any of these scents, let us know that down below as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I typically upload videos 3 times a week, so I have tons of content on my channel. So make sure you subscribe, have your notification bells on so that you don't miss a video from me. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me over there. I love to chit chat with you guys in my stories and my DMs, and we keep it real real chill on Instagram. And I recently relaunched my blog. So if you're not already following my blog, then go ahead and check me out. It's simplyayesha.com, just like my name here on YouTube. So definitely check me out over there. We'll be doing lots of different things over on the blog. There will be some fragrance related things on there, but it's not focused only on fragrance. So definitely check out my blog. I'm just now relaunching it. I have a few posts on there. Subscribe to my email list over there so you guys can be notified when I post new content on the blog as well. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.